Hey folks, it is a huge pleasure to be explaining The Hills by The Weeknd to you today. This has got to be one of my favorite songs for depth of meaning. I talk about it all the freaking time. I think it's incredible. I think you guys you already love it if you're watching this video, but I hope by the end of this video that you love it more. I'm going to talk about the deeper meaning of it. We'll refer to the music video. It's just so deep. It's so good. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Let me explain. Hey everybody, my name is Clifford Stummy. I'm the Pop Song Professor. Welcome to my channel where we're all about helping music lovers like you to understand the deeper meanings of popular songs so you know what your artists are saying and can enjoy your music more. Today we are talking about The Hills by The Weeknd, and it is a fantastic song. By the way, I've got a ton of other videos about songs by The Weeknd. I did his entire Starboy album, as well as some older ones from Beauty Behind the Madness. I think you're gonna like what you see. And if you want to help me make more, check out my Patreon in the description. Alright, but let's jump into the lyrics here. But maybe even before we do that, let's talk music video. In the music video, The Weeknd is driving through this super ritzy neighborhood. Car crashes. It looks like a couple of maybe prostitutes or people just, women along for the ride. They get out and they're kind of mad at him. He wanders into this house. He sees this old guy who's like, he shows up in several other videos by The Weeknd, and he seems to be sort of like this metaphor for the devil or for the evil that continues to encourage The Weeknd to be who he is. Now we need to remember that The Weeknd and Abel Tesfaye, the brains behind The Weeknd, basically The Weeknd, are two different people. Now Abel Tesfaye, I think, often works through some of the struggles he's going through personally in The Weeknd's music. He's not as crazy as The Weeknd himself. They are two different people. That's a very quick surface level summary of the music video. We may go more in depth into it sometime, but for today we're focusing just on the lyrics. But essentially the meaning of it is that he's living this crazy life. He's doing dangerous things. He's having crazy sex, and he's driving a car dangerously, but all around him and behind him and kind of hovering over him is this evil presence in his life that haunts who he is. Alright, but let's jump into the lyrics, and I think we'll get more meaning out of that. In verse 1, he talks about how your man on the road, he doing promo, you said keep our business on the low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone. And then later, keep on trying to hide it, but your friends know. So essentially, he's having an affair with a woman whose husband is out of town. The Weeknd wants to have sex with her, and we'll see whether it develops any further past that. Because in the chorus, he sings, I only call you when it's 5:30, the only time that I'll be by your side. So he doesn't prioritize her, and he kind of makes her subservient to what he wants. He takes control of the situation, and doesn't necessarily consider what she needs. I only love it when you touch me, not feel me. This is the most pivotal line of the entire song. He wants her to touch him sexually, but she doesn't want her to feel him emotionally. He doesn't want that emotional connection. He doesn't want a relationship. He doesn't want commitment. He just wants the sex. And it says a couple of things about him. One, yes, he's in it for the sex, right? And this relationship may not last very long, but since it's just an affair, that might be how it's going to end up anyway, right? But second, it means either that he's afraid of commitment in a relationship, or he's just been kind of numbed by the lifestyle that he's living. The Weeknd talks in an interview about how the song is partially about him moving to LA and seeing the lifestyle there, which, based on this song, we'd have to guess is full of a lot of sex, and a lot of that crazy party celebrity lifestyle that we hear so much about in, the tabloids and all over Facebook. You know what? I actually lied. I think the most pivotal line is this one. Right after that, he sings, when I'm fucked up, that's the real me. So when he's messed up, when things are going poorly, when he's having a bad time, when he is maybe addicted to drugs, as we'll see later in the song, that's who he really is. Now, is this who Abel Tesfaye is? That's kind of a quiz because, like we talked about earlier, they're two different people. But The Weeknd, the character, that is the real him. That's who he has resorted to be. That's who he's just kind of relaxed into being as he's accepted the celebrity lifestyle. Now, for him to accept that the dark part of him is the real part of him is huge. Nobody says that. Nobody wants to admit that. So what does it say about him for being honest? Well, it sounds like he's being pretty honest, because why would you lie about that? And what does it say about his moral character? Well, he's being honest, but he's also being honest about doing, potentially bad things, about being messed up. And I think it just introduces a level of complexity to his character that we don't see in a lot of pop stars' personas. This is why I love The Hills. In verse 2, he keeps talking about how she's not a priority for him, but then he gets into this reference to drugs where he says, always trying to send me off to rehab, drugs started feeling like it's decaf. I'm just trying to live for the moment. All these motherfuckers want to relapse. Now, this is kind of a reference to how his fans like his music when he's messed up, when he is effed up. up, right? And so when he writes music after he's been through relapses or drug addictions or things like this, his fans think that it's better and they find that relatable or something like that. So he's struggling with this problem of his music being more relatable and interesting when he's messed up, and so he's kind of accepted that as the real him. In the bridge he sings, "Hills have eyes, the hills have eyes. Who are you to judge, who are you to judge?" He's essentially warning her, don't look down your nose at me, like you're in this too. And the world is going to be able to see it because even the hills have eyes, which is partially a reference perhaps to a movie I think called The Hills Have Eyes, about these tribe of cannibals who lives in the hills and attack tourists who drive through the desert. You could say that they're going to be metaphorically eaten by their own effed upness, to paraphrase The Weeknd. And that is my explanation of The Hills by The Weeknd. To summarize, it is just about him being messed up, having this affair, not wanting to be emotionally close, accepting his messed upness, and realizing that people want that from him and kind of wondering what's going to happen next. The Hills is an awesome, deep song. I love it. I hope that you guys love it more after this. If this explanation is something that you're excited about, please join the song meaning community and check out some other videos on this channel. I don't know what video I'll put here, but let's say Can't Feel My Face. That'd be a good one, right? It's kind of an old video, so don't judge. All right, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a great day.